Getting 7 distinctions was not about being the smartest person in the room. It was about building habits that help me stay consistent, focused, and grounded, even on the hard days. In this video, I'm sharing 7 habits that completely changed how I studied, how I lived, and how I showed up for myself, and one bonus habit that tied it all together. But then, hi, if you're new here, I'm Malaysia Kanye. I create inspirational content, and if that's something that you're into, kindly join the fam by subscribing, and I can assure you, you're gonna love it here. But hey, let's get into the 7 habits. Okay, jokes aside, let's get into the habits. So, there's a saying that the way you begin your day matters, and that's true. The way you start your day is very important because it shapes the whole trajectory of your day. So habit number 1, waking up early. I wake up early because somehow when I wake up early, my day becomes more productive compared to when I wake up late. And you can also agree with me, like when you start your day late, the day just doesn't work. I don't know, but then for me, it just doesn't work. When people say they're not morning people, I don't understand why they say that. Like, if you're not a morning person, sorry, I'm not judging you, but then that's not the whole point of the video. But then, like, the point that I'm trying to push here is that how you begin your day matters. Like, when you win in your mornings, it shapes the whole trajectory of your day. You're most likely gonna have like a more productive day when you start your day properly early in the morning. So the habits that you do in the morning, they shape your whole day. You know, like if you wake up and scrolling on social media, friend, it's not a good habit. You probably might want to like switch that up with something else. But then habit number 1 is waking up early. It helps me stay more productive. And you also have like a longer day. Like your day also becomes longer because you started your day early. So it's a win-win. So an early morning for me is like 6 a.m. or 6:30 a.m. But then not like I don't start studying exactly like at 6 a.m. or 6:30 a.m. Like no. I wait like at least by that time, like that's the rising time. And then from there, like start preparing for the day, you know. Habit number 2, exercising, working out. You can agree with me that sometimes your body gets tired. That's how I beat my body fatigue. Yes, I do get tired, but then when I exercise, my body becomes more active and more energetic. You know, that's how I fight tiredness and body fatigue and all those kind of stuff. And it helps keep me awake longer during the day, you know, because waking up, it increases your metabolism, your metabolic rate, something like that. But then yes, so that's like the habit that I developed like early in the morning. It was like I'm an early morning riser. I prefer exercising in the morning, and by exercising, it doesn't have to be the gym. You can also like go out for, like, you don't have to go to the gym basically. You can also like go out for a run, like for like jogging, you know, or just basic movements. It can be like stretching, just stretching your body, like your muscles, like early in the morning. You know, that also helps keep you awake and it fights the body fatigue. And habit number 3, these are also still like my morning habits. This is like a breakdown of my morning routine, basically waking up early, out for an exercise, and then what's this? Yeah, early rising, exercising early in the morning. Like you can exercise whichever time of the day that works for you as well, basically. And then habit number 3, devotion, my quiet time with God. Very important because this sets my spirit, my emotions, my mind, like everything is just, it just calms me down. It calms my nerves, you know, it calms my nerves, like having my quiet time with God, reading my Bible, having my prayer time. You know, it also reduces like that anxiety or that doubt within you, or like that pressure that internal pressure that you feel, like feeling like as if you're not good enough, or feeling like as if you're not, like that anxiety basically, you know, like it removes that, it reduces that, like it removes that completely basically, and you feel more confident about yourself. You know, it's like it puts you in the right state of mind, like in the right spirit, you know, like feeding your spirit, honestly speaking, it helps calm your mind, you know, because the word of God is very encouraging, honestly, because it also gives you like that firm encouragement that, you know, the plans that God has for you are not to harm you, but to prosper and give you a future. And that's like Jeremiah 29, verse 11. And also Proverbs 3, verse 5, telling you that trust in the Lord with all your heart, lean not to your own understanding, you know, like believe that God is with you, you know. So that's habit number 3. do my devotion, time with God, just my quiet time, And then moving on to habit number 4, not skipping meals. Guys, this one is like just eat all your food, like have your breakfast, have your lunch, have your dinner. It's very important that you don't skip meals, because we can all agree that the more you study is the more you become hungry, like because when you're focusing, your body is using like so much energy somehow, someone, I don't know, like the more you lock in your studies, it's the more you become hungry. So please don't skip your meals. Like I don't skip meals. I make sure that I have my breakfast, lunch, and dinner, because that helps give me like energy during the day as well, So yes. Five. Okay.
Yeah.
So habit number 5, having a study timetable, staying organized, like have a plan. The saying that failing to plan is planning to fail, it is actually true. You need to be organized. Because having a plan, it keeps you grounded that by this time you need to be doing this, you need to be doing that. You don't have to be like, because you can easily get distracted. There are so many things that grab your attention during the day. So if you have a study plan, you know that by this time you need to be sitting down and studying your work. So being organized, very important. Moving on to habit number 6, asking for help. Guys, asking for help, very important. Remember, you won't know everything. Obviously, you're not expected to know everything. So you need to reach out and ask for help. That took me a long way, like reaching out to my teachers when I didn't understand something, and also reaching out to my peers, my friends, my classmates. That helped a lot, because it saves you so much time. Like instead of like you trying to figure something out on your own, there's probably someone next to you who actually has the answer that you're looking for. So reach out and ask for help. Like ask for help whenever you are struggling. So the last habit before the bonus habit. This one is something that most people would actually won't be happy to hear. I don't think it's something that most people would want to want to implement for themselves. But then for me, habit number 7, sleeping early the night before an exam. Very important. Like, do not cross night, guys. I never cross night the night before an exam. I would have like my full 7 to 8 hours of sleep, or at least, I know 8 hours is a lot, but at least 6 to 7 hours of sleep before an exam is enough. Sleep early and sleep enough the night before an exam, because your brain needs time to also rest, and also just to digest and I don't know, remember the content and all this kind of stuff, because you're most likely to forget things when you get to an exam room when you are tired. It's like when your brain is sleepy, you're most likely not to remember things, but then when you are fully awake, it's easy for you to remember things. Like that's me as well. I make sure that I sleep early the night before an exam. I make sure that I have my sleep. Don't cross night, no nothing. Just sleep. Just sleep. Okay. And one last bonus habit is consistency. All these tiny habits don't matter if if you're not being consistent. All the other 7 habits, they don't matter if you're not being consistent. Showing up every day, even on the hard days, showing up even when you don't feel like it, even when you don't have the motivation, because trust me, you will never have, well, some days you can, but then it's rare to have motivation to study. Some days you just want to stay in bed, or you just want to be scrolling on your phone, or looking and watching social media and all this kind of stuff. But then build the habit of consistency. The more you show up on the hard days, it'll become easier. Things just become more easier, because now you're beating that that resentment, and you're just bringing that willpower that, okay, fine, you're not focusing on how you feel, but then you're paying more attention to just showing up. You're just giving your effort into showing up. So those are the 7 habits plus that bonus, technically 8 habits that helped me get 7 distinctions in Matric. So just a quick recap. Habit number 1, waking up early. Habit number 2, exercising. Number 3, personal time with God, like reading the Bible, praying, having that quiet time with God, like devotion, feeding your spirit with the right healthy words, And then habit number, I think it's 4, Habit number 4 is having a study timetable, like having a plan, being organized. Number 5, asking for help. Not like, just don't be scared to ask for help. Number 6, don't skip meals. Don't skip meals. Make sure that you have all your food. Like, make sure that you eat everything. Like, not everything, but like, make sure that you eat enough. Basically, eat enough. Don't skip your meals. And then habit number 7, sleeping early. Making sure that you sleep early. And lastly, being consistent. Very important. But I just hope those habits will help you to also, like, improve in your study routine or your study life, and also just showing up for yourself. So yeah, for me personally, with energy vibes, I use natural energy, guys. I don't do energy drinks. I never did energy drinks in high school. Even now at university, I don't do energy drinks. Like, it's just not for me. I don't know. I don't know how to explain it, but I just drink water, drink cold water, go out to exercise, go out for a run, and then I sleep enough. I make sure that I don't starve myself, and that's enough to like keep me awake. So basically, when I'm tired, I just sleep. When I'm tired, I just sleep, because I know that when my brain is tired, I can barely consume anything. So I would highly recommend that maybe you can also try these 7 tips for yourself. Like, start waking up early, win your mornings, eat all your meals, try implementing a little bit of exercise in your routine, pray to God, be consistent, ask for help, and sleep early the night before an exam. Very important. But anyway, I just hope this was informative, and I just hope it's gonna help you improve as well. And feel free to leave any questions in the comments below, and I'll kindly respond to all questions. And if you have any input as well into that, or any habits that you feel like you would want to add to this 7 habits, this list of my 7 habits, feel free to leave it in the comments below, and I strongly believe that it's going to help someone out there. But hey, all the best with your exams and your academics, with your studies. I wish you all the best, and good luck, and until I catch you next time. Cheers.